What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So just today Sony has announced that PlayStation Plus is going to be seeing a price increase in Europe now too. Of course they did that last year in America already, where they went from, I think it was $50 to $60. Now in Europe we're going to see the exact same thing. So it's going from 50 to 60 euros and it's going from 40 to 50 pounds if you're in the UK. And I guess really all there is more to talk about is to share my opinion on it. Now I'm not going to be spinning it any other way. It's some bullshit going on. Like, let's be honest, I already think in itself, it's really bad pretty much that we're paying to play online because it's kind of unnecessary, let alone the fact that they're now going to even be increasing it from 50 to 60 euros. Yeah, totally unnecessary, and obviously, there is no real reason for it except to make more money. Let's be honest, right now I think there are 60 million PS4 sold. They said that half the people that have a PS4 have PlayStation Plus as well, so that's 30 million users right now. Well, multiply that by by 10 additional euros or dollars or whatever, and you've got a nice, you've got a nice 300 million extra pretty much that you're making from the service. Well, who really would say no to that, right? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think basically back in 2013 people were simply too busy kind of like screaming yay Sony and fuck Microsoft, so they didn't really pay attention to the fact that Sony was making online a paid service, which in itself was already, kind of like a bad thing. Of course, Microsoft did it before that already with the 360, so Sony simply followed suit because they knew they could. It's a thing where, oh, if the competition is doing it anyway, we might as well because we're making extra money and nobody can really complain except the people on PC. But we all know, people on PC, that's kind of a different market. Those people are not really very interested in consoles in the first place, generally speaking, so you're not really going to hear too much from that. You're not going to see people jumping ship from consoles to PC that often, and that's why they don't really care. They only care for what Microsoft does and maybe Nintendo and stuff. But we even see Nintendo now going the paid service pretty much feature. Now here's the thing, right? I think that PlayStation Plus is somewhat worth the money. I mean, especially back in the days on the PlayStation 3 when it was still very optional and you just got a PlayStation Plus subscription for the extra games you would get, every month, and then some of the discounts and stuff that you would get, right? The games that we got back then were really good. A lot of them were AAA games that had come out maybe a year prior to the moment they released on PlayStation Plus. It was worth the money, spending $50 on that was totally, per year was totally something that was justified because you got a lot of good stuff back for it in return. I think what we've seen now with the PS4 is generally that, well, simply the fact that Sony is leading the console war and that everybody has bought a PlayStation 4, that they're just kind of destroying the competition at the moment. They don't need to really offer too much. They've already got all their consumers in the pocket, you know what I mean? Like they've got it. They're done. Consumers are paying for PlayStation Plus. They don't need to offer good games because people are going to buy PlayStation 4s anyway. And so there's really no incentive for them to offer too much to make it so worth it. Now, fortunately, we did see a lot of people complain about that, of course, and I think that's why we've recently seen that maybe PlayStation Plus is starting to get a little better again, because I think last month we had Until Dawn, now we're gonna get Just Cause 3 and Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, I think it's called, right, that they announced. So those are good games, and I would say that, yeah, 50, 60 euros, I mean, it's still probably somewhat worth it, maybe, but at the same time, let's be honest, it's already some bullshit going on with the fact that you gotta pay to play online. That's a problem in the very first place, and I'm not gonna, act like I will lose any sleep over it. I mean, paying an additional 10 euros for me personally every year, you won't hear me complaining about it from a personal reason, but looking at it from a distance in general, the amount of people that of course already have a problem paying for PlayStation Plus because not that many people have the money to buy so many games every year and stuff, or they don't want to, of course, and then the fact that you also gotta add 50-60 bucks now per year to a subscription that you pretty much need to play your favorite games online, it's unnecessary, and that's kind of just my thing. PlayStation Plus in itself, it's a pretty decent, decent service, I think, still, even at this point, although it did drop in quality. There's just no reason for it to be, a paid service, but I don't think anything is going to change about that until the point where literally the masses will start complaining about it. But yeah, it seems like that's just never really going to happen. So those are my honest thoughts on it right now. Let me know your thoughts about it, of course, in the comments. I'd really like to see that. So yeah, let me know those, and leave a quick like to help support my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And then for now, thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you again next time.